YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to Give and Grow Investing. I hope everybody had a safe and wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Ryan, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. It's been a long week. It's not over yet, but we're almost there. Almost a weekend.
Hey, we're blessed. We're blessed. We're blessed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can't complain. So today we are going to continue our reveal series. So part 2 of 3, we're going to reveal 3 more stocks that we're looking to add to our portfolio during this current market downturn, or this current eventual recession / crash that we think that we're going into. Not investing advice, just our opinion, but we will see. But yeah, today that's what we're going to talk about. So Ryan, what is the first stock that we're going to talk about today?
And the first stock is Apple.
So what's Apple's current price, Ryan?
151.
151. Okay. And what was it at its peak?
At its peak, all time, or just in general?
Over the last 2 years.
Got up to about 179, 180.
Okay, not
The
bad.
highest.
And I think we talked about during COVID, it went down to like what, 57, something like that.
Yeah. It went down to about $57.
So yeah, nothing crazy about Apple. Very similar to Berkshire, has a ton of cash, very innovative. They just, they passed the snap test. If you snapped your fingers and Apple was to disappear tomorrow, a lot of people would notice. I know I would certainly notice. When I go and I walk on a trail, I'm usually using my Apple AirPods or my Beats by Dre, which are also owned by Apple. I'm listening to a podcast usually from the Apple App Store, through Spotify. I think if you went into a room with 20 people, at least 18 of them are going to have Apple phones. Just a lot to like about this company. They continue to grow. They're always trying to try new things. They're always trying to get into new fields. I think in 2025, they have a goal to have an electric vehicle. I don't know if it'll come to fruition, but I have heard that it's in the works. I've also heard they have a big plan to be involved in the metaverse coming up probably in the next 5 years.
What company isn't trying to get involved in the metaverse, man?
Yeah, but I think Apple might supply like a special type of glasses or something. I don't know for sure. This is just kind of speculation. I've heard rumors about it, but we'll see. I don't know. I think that could be pretty cool.
I mean, if there's a company to do it, it'd be one like Apple. Like what you said, they have a lot of cash. They have, they have their hands in a lot of stuff. They're very well known. So yeah, they would be a really good candidate to start getting into way more futuristic stuff like that, for sure.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere, that's for sure. When it comes to founders, obviously Steve Jobs is no longer with us, but current CEO Tim Cook, he does a great job. I really like his perspectives going forward. I think it's a little overpriced right now, but if the market continues to go down, what would be a good price you would like to buy it at?
Good question. I would say maybe like 120. 120 might be a good price, right?
Yeah, no, that's not bad.
Because like last week, if you take a look at like when people were like, okay, well this had to have been the bottom, which we don't think that this was the real bottom of the recession so far. It got around to like 134, and that was at 20% down.
Okay.
And we were planning on getting in at like 25% down, like 30% down. So maybe like 125 actually might be a better 125, 130.
That's our price. Like I said, not investing advice, but that's what we're trying to do with this portfolio that we're trying to build. But yeah, I mean, anything else you really want to say about Apple, Ryan?
Everybody has an iPhone. Everyone uses Apple products, and like you're saying, they're starting to get into vehicles, and they have a streaming service. They're just
I forgot about that. Yeah, their streaming service.
They just have so much stuff, and their brand is just huge.
Yeah, when you think of all the different kind of moats, I mean, they've got the brand moat, they've got the switching moat. Yeah, just a phenomenal company.
Yeah, I'd say brands more like cult following. Like people, there's people that just they line up for the Apple products when they first release. even if it looks dumb. But
Yeah, I'm pretty
people buy
excited
it.
about the new Apple Watch. I don't know if it's coming out at the end of this year, but supposedly it's going to be able to measure like blood glucose levels.
That's crazy.
And I don't have diabetes or anything, but I'm just kind of a nerd and I'm always trying to optimize my body. And I've always wondered when I eat certain bad foods with a lot of sugar, like how is my blood glucose level actually looking? And to think that I could use an Apple Watch to do that in the next couple of years, that's wild
insane
for me. Yeah, I'm all about that. But yeah, enough about Apple. I mean, they are who they are. They're going to continue to do well. What's this second company, Ron? I'm excited to hear about them. What's that?
All right, the second one is NVIDIA.
And that's ticker symbol NVDA.
Yes, sir.
So, fun fact, do you know what NVIDIA actually stands for?
Wait, are you asking me?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So I think in Latin it actually stands for envy. And when they first started, they wanted every other company to kind of be envious of them. They wanted to be the main, it factor when it came to their sector. And I'd say they've probably accomplished that, in my opinion. What do you think?
In the world of GPUs and graphics cards, they're definitely the golden standard, I would say. You can't really talk to anyone that doesn't have a computer and them not mention that NVIDIA was one of the choices that they were going to go. They've just pushed the limits with how much their technology can go, and they're probably going to be supplying a lot of their products to other different companies that want to utilize them. Like there's going to be just one of the bigger ones that people will look into. So,
and I'm excited about them. What was their price when it kind of peaked last couple of years?
Last couple of years looks like they got up to like, I think it was almost 400. 333. No, at 333. Let me see if it was higher.
They had a stock split, I know, at one time.
Around 330, 333 was where they peaked at before.
What's it at today?
Today it's at 197.
Woo.
And last week it was at like 150. I got a little George W. for those who know anything about stock charts. Yeah, 156.
Okay, what do you want to see it get to?
130, 140.
Okay. And I don't know a ton about chips. This is more of your sector. But if I was, I don't know, a young man wanted to build a computer, if I was going to put one graphic card in it, it's probably going to be the NVIDIA brand. Is that correct?
Yeah, NVIDIA. AMD has some good ones too.
Yeah, I heard AMD is kind of like the number two.
Pretty
NVIDIA.
much these two are going to be what people will look into when they want to get graphics cards.
And I think the CEO, he actually started off at AMD.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
What's funny is that NVIDIA, their graphics cards can do so much stuff. Like, I think it was last year or maybe the year before, but they implemented in their software the ability to basically create your own virtual green screen without needing a green screen. And I was like, I don't know how that works, but they're able to do it. And if anyone keeps up with this company at all, when I think it was the GTX 3080, when that first came out, they were sold out in like seconds. Like it was just like people just just like Apple, like whenever something new comes out, they just snatch it right up. Like there's just no time. Like people want this stuff. So.
And all these crypto mining computers, aren't they? Didn't that boost up the price? Didn't that boost up the revenue?
Yeah, the popularity of crypto mining, because for each computer, like you can have up to like, I think it's like 10 graphics cards.
Wow.
In like one rig, I think. I don't really know too much about that, but there's warehouses in China where there's like hundreds of rigs, each one of them having 10 of those. I mean, they're probably the ones who bought out those freaking graphics cards whenever they came out that one time. So,
do you ever see AMD kind of catching up to them, or do you think that NVIDIA has a pretty solid lead going forward?
I would say unless you really understand the technology, you're probably not going to notice a difference.
Okay. Do you think AMD is another good company to invest in?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
yeah, I agree for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited. Kind of like Shopify, I was kind of on the fence about NVIDIA, but you've really you really talked me into them. Started doing a lot of research. I think I've listened to about 3 podcasts last couple of weeks, and I mean, other than Berkshire, I think if I had to pick a number 2 to put most of my capital in, up to 10% or a little beyond that, I think Nvidia would be my number 2. Would you agree?
Yeah, yeah. I just look at one of the biggest scenes that has exploded in the past like 15 years. Content creation. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of people that want to get into making content, and yeah, a lot of it can be done over your phone, but specifically for like people in like the gaming space, or you want to have very very just a very very high tech computer.
Yeah, and gaming's not going anywhere, man.
No, definitely not. So a combination of that plus the crypto mining and the fact that they just have good products
and machine learning. I mean, that's going to be huge going forward. I think people are completing projects now, where it was taking years. Now they're doing it like 10 times the speed because of these new products that NVIDIA has created. So, it's helping companies. I mean, people who are gaming, they're able to enjoy. It's made a big splash with the crypto scene, with Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of that. I think if you kind of have a vision for the future and where it's going, I think you have to see NVIDIA in it and being a very important part. So, like I said, just super excited to be investing in NVIDIA.
Right.
Anything else you want to say about them, Ryan?
Oh no, I think that you covered mostly everything about it.
Okay, awesome. So, what's our last stock for the day?
All right, our last stock for today is gonna be the Amazon.
Amazon, shocker. Jeff Bezos. So what's their current price, Ryan?
Right, current price is 2.5K.
Okay, and what were they at their peak?
Their peak,
I said their peak, but in the last couple of years.
Looks like 3.7K.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, 3.7K looks like.
Do you have a target price for them?
Well, last week it got down to almost 2,000. So honestly, I would say probably 1,900. But something that we haven't mentioned yet is that they're having a stock split.
That's right. Was it 20 to 1?
Yeah, 20 to 1 stock split, which means that right now, currently, if you do the math, 20 to 1. So, you take this and divide it by 20, and that's how much each stock will be.
So with a stock split, basically imagine a pie, and it's cut. Imagine it's just cut into 4 pieces to make this easier. With the stock split, they just basically have cut it into 8 pieces. The value that you have, yes, the cash has, or I guess the amount of money has changed, but the actual value that you have has not changed. Right. As the price continues to go up, you're still the value and the price is still at the same percentage going forward. So I know a lot of that sounds confusing, but it's not that bad when you dig into it. But just know they're having a stock split. Nothing has changed with the company. The price has not drastically dropped. No. Just the shares have been cut. So there's more shares now to be bought by individuals. So really cool. I mean, when I think of Amazon, we've talked about them a lot on Give and Grow, but Jeff Bezos, I mean, what a leader. He's never satisfied. He believes every day is day one. He never wants to go to day 2. He always wants to unlearn stuff. He always wants to go into new fields, and he wants Amazon to be a little bit better every day. I mean, let's just talk about all the things they're in. I mean, you have Amazon Prime, you have their delivery services,
the web service.
You have AWS, Amazon Web Service, huge. What's their streaming service called? Is it just Amazon?
Yeah. It's just Prime Video.
Yeah, Prime Video. Anything else about Amazon? Like, what do you think about them going forward?
Just like Apple, if you were to snap your finger and Amazon be removed, it would make a huge difference. They're a delivery service to everywhere. You know what I mean? And something interesting about this, the 20 to 1 stock split. Mm-hmm. So you have a chance to get a share of Amazon soon at, let's say it happened now and it was at like 125. one share of Amazon at 125.
Man, my mouth's watering.
Yeah, because back in the day, it's like, you buy it, whoever bought it at 125 back in the day, if they were still holding it now, it would have.
I think 120 will be a good.
K.
Yeah, I think 120 will be a good target price after it gets to that 125.
I think that it can get under 100.
Oh, really?
For sure. Yeah. Because think about it like this. So last week it was at 2,000.
Okay.
Right? So then you take 2,000 divided by 20, that's already 100.
Okay.
And that was at 20%. So if it went to 25, then you're looking at like 90, 95 area around there. Could you imagine buying Amazon at like 70 or like 80?
Hey, I can, and that's what we're gonna do if it happens.
My gosh, I can't wait.
Anything else you want to talk about with Amazon? Very similar to Apple, similar to Berkshire. I think they have plenty of cash, visionary leadership. They're always trying to take on the next project. I think when it comes to the metaverse, cryptocurrency, even technology that we talked about with NVIDIA, even with I guess cloud technology, I can just see Amazon continuing to grow and to spread in all those areas. They're always going to have a foot, and they're always going to want to be better. And that's something we're always looking at in a company.
Right.
So yeah, I'm super stoked to own them. Anything else you really want to say about them, man?
No, just as the future goes on, like you said, Jeff Bezos considers every day one.
Yeah.
And who knows what Amazon can get into? I mean, Amazon might have their own self-driving vehicle, and they might get into the metaverse and all that stuff. Like, you never know.
And I talk about this. I love to read, and I'm always reading on my Kindle. I try to read at least an hour every single day, if not longer. And I just feel like Amazon started as a book company, but knowledge is power. Well, I mean, technically, knowledge is potential power. It's real power when it's actually applied. And when you have books and you can read and you can download information into your brain, you can take like a top CEO or anybody from any field and you can just you can download that information into your brain in 1 week or 2 weeks. I think that's a superpower. And I think Amazon, it helps people do that. And that's why they're always going to be one of my favorite companies. Just super excited to own them.
Right.
Well, man, that kind of wraps up today. We talked about our next 3 companies. We're going to do one more episode to do our final 3. Ryan, we talked about this earlier. Anything you wanted to mention just about the economy or just anything about life?
About life?
Stranger Things it's been a good show so far.
Stranger Things is amazing. But about the economy, right now, it looks like that the S&P is up maybe like 6% so far this past week, I believe.
Yeah. We were so close to I think we were at 19 negative 20%, and we were getting close to some buy prices for us, man.
Yeah. It was definitely getting
the market's
up there.
kind of recovered a little bit, but I think it's kind of a facade. I don't think it's going to continue to go up, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But what did you have to say about that?
Oh no, I would just say just be patient. It might look like things are going in the right direction, but we still have the Fed meeting that's going to happen about more potential interest rate hikes. Which I'm not sure if it was like the first one they did, but the one that happened where the big drop happened.
Yeah,
it was interesting to see the rally come up after that, and how much the market increased when nothing has really been a positive thing that's happened.
Right.
So just be patient. I really don't think it's the time to buy.
Yeah, we're not quite at that margin of safety we want to see. Market's definitely down. I think for a lot of tech companies, you might be pretty safe with a lot of the tech companies, but for bigger companies that are actually very high weighted on the index, like Apple, Tesla, NVIDIA, we still want to see them go down a little bit further. But that's just our opinion. We'll see. We're learning just like everybody else. We're excited. Yeah,
I think if you see it just going up consistently like this, just take a look and see how the markets are doing, with like just the facts, like housing market is still in shambles. Interest rates are going up still.
Inflation is still super high. Gas prices are super high. They're just going up.
Like nothing's telling me that we're about to get out of this anytime soon. So
yeah, I agree.
Just be patient, and your patience is going to get rewarded for sure.
Yeah, this isn't to scare you. This is exciting. You know, we get to buy awesome companies at really cheap prices, and there's not a better feeling than that. So. Yeah. But man, if you don't have anything else, we're going to wrap up today. We love you. We love you guys. Leave a comment. Let's start a conversation. Please share this video if you're enjoying it. Subscribe. Remember, I know the economy's going down, but God did not give us a spirit of fear. We're going to continue to go forward. Let's continue to give and grow.
Thank you.